different types of load and diversity factor and other factors. The load on the power station is different. Each and every load having different types of characteristics. So now let me see the different types of load which are connected across this power station. So first, industrial load. So this type of loads is mostly available during the 8 to 12 in the morning and 1 to 5 in the afternoon, because the 12 to 1 duration, it is a spare for the recess to the employer, so which reduce the load on the power station. Now this type of pattern is generally in general shift, but in some industries the shifts are present. So where there are 2 or 3 shifts is there in the industry, there is a load during the second hour but less. Now next, commercial load. Now this load is a certain amount during the days. Now it rises at 6 p.m. and it slightly lower about 9 p.m. Stays somewhat from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. and then decreases. Now next, domestic load. So this load is present during the 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So there are some amount of loads available in the morning because we are using geyser, washing machine, etc. during the day hours. So some load is due to the fan, etc., because we are using fridge, fan, tube lights. So this type of loads is available throughout the day. Now next, cinema load. So cinemas are loads are available from 12 noon to 12 midnight. Next, water supply. The load of the water supply depends on the time of water lifting. So generally, this type of loads is available during 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning and 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the afternoon. Street light load. Second. So street light load is available during 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. morning, and this types of load is varied according to season. Next, traction load. The load of the suburban train is very less during the 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning, but it is increased during the 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and again it is reduced during time of 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Now again it is increased during the 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. So after 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. it is decreases, and it is very less during the 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. 8. Metropolitan loads. So office loads, bank, hospitals, schools are included in metropolitan loads. This type of loads is available during 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. Now next, agriculture load. So now this load is available where the irrigation facilities are placed. So this type of load varies according to season and it is not regular. Now let me see the different types of definitions which are related with the power station. So first, connected load. So it is most important. Now the sum of the continuous rating of all RV equipments are connected to the supply system is known as a connected load. So whatever equipment we have installed in our premises or industries, whatever the rating, they are added to each other. That means that this load is connected across the supply system. So suppose one consumer, we are taking one house or one consumer house whose load of 100 watt 4 fans, 40 watts 6 tube lights and 15 watts heater. So the total connected load, it is most important. You are not using but still it is present. It is not in operating condition, right? But you can count in the connected load. So the total connected load for the house is nothing but 100 into 4 plus 40 into 6 plus 1500. That means 2140 watts total connected load of the consumer house. Now next, the demand factor. All the equipments which are connected with the supply by the consumer are not operated simultaneously. Already I told you, we have installed, but we are not operating all the equipments which are connected to the power supply systems operated at the same time. So whatever the maximum demand of your house or industry is always less than connected load, because we are not operating all the equipments which are connected to the supply at the same time. So from that we can say that the maximum demand of the industry or the domestic or the houses is always less than connected load. Now the ratio between maximum load and connected load is called demand factor. Now the value of this demand factor is always less than unity, because your maximum load is always less than connected load, and the value of this demand factor is varies between, or it is lies between 0.5 to 0.8. Next, connected load factor. So this factor is applicable only for receiving equipments. So it is a ratio between average demand and connected load. So we can average load, it is nothing but average demand divided by maximum demand. You can also write connected load is equal to maximum divided by connected load. So we can find out connected load factor is equal to load factor into demand factor. Now next, diversity factor. So consider a group of consumers whose simultaneous demand is not equal to the summation of individual maximum demand. So this factor, diversity, it is also used for the group of consumers. Here, the simultaneous maximum demand is less than the sum of their individual maximum demand, because each consumer having different requirements. That means the diversity in every demand. That means diversity is in every demand of the consumer. So diversity indicates this difference. So diversity factor, it is nothing but it is a ratio between summation of individual maximum demand divided by the simultaneous maximum demand, and this is called group diversity factor. So the diversity factor between consumer and feeder, as well as feeder and transformer and substation, then substation to substation and power station, and the diversity factor is always greater than 1. Now let me see one example. One feeder is supply power to the 8 consumers, and each consumer maximum demand is 200, 2000, 1000, 1500, 3500, 800, 1200, 1400 and 2600 watt respectively, and the simultaneously maximum demand is 9000 watt. So find out the diversity factor between consumer and the feeder. So as per our definition, diversity factor, it is nothing but it is a ratio between summation of individual maximum demand and simultaneous maximum demand. Now just you can put the value of this. You can just put the value of 2000, 1000, 1500, 300, 3500, 800, 1200, 1400 and 2600, and divide by 9000. So that is diversity factor, that is 1.5. Now next, coincidence factor. The ratio between simultaneous maximum demand and the summation of individual maximum demand is called coincidence factor. Now the reciprocal of group diversity factor, it is also called the coincidence factor. So we can write coincidence factor, it is nothing but reciprocal of group diversity factor. That means 1 divided by group diversity factor. Now next, load diversity. Now the difference between the sum of individual maximum demand of 2 or more than 2 loads, that means group loads, and the combined maximum load is called load diversity. So load diversity, it is nothing but summation of individual maximum demand minus combined maximum demand. Now let me see one example. The maximum demand of 4 consumers are 1,200, 1,800, 2,000 and 600 watt, and their simultaneous maximum demand is 4,500 watt. So we can find out the load diversity, that means summation of individual maximum demand. So 1200 plus 1800 plus 2000 plus 600 minus 4500. So 1100 watt, that is the load diversity. Now next, loss factor. Now the ratio between average power loss and the peak load power loss for specified time period is called loss factor. So loss factor, it is nothing but it is a ratio between average power loss to the power loss at peak load. So this load is only applicable for copper losses. Where copper losses are present, that time these losses are applicable. That means it is not applicable for the iron losses. Suppose the peak power loss during load on one feeder is 50 kilowatt and annual load factor is 20%, then average power loss is equal to peak power loss into loss factor. So 50 in bracket 20 by 100, so 10 kilowatt. So the yearly power loss 10 into 365, that means 3650 kilowatt. Let me see another important term. First, firm power. So firm power means the power is always available. Power is always available. Next, spinning reserve. So generating capacity, whatever power generating capacity in the power station, these are connected to bus bar and ready to supply the load. If the loads apply, it delivers the power to the load because it is ready. So that types of terms, then it is called spinning reserve capacity, hot reserve. So reserve capacity is in operation but not taken into service. Then cold reserve. The reserve generating capacity is ready for service but not taken into operation. And reserve margin. So it is a difference between rated capacity and actual loading on the generator.